back again for round two. 2 videos in 2 days. This is great. But I felt like I needed to address this. And I wanted to explain, if you will, because there have been several comments from my last video. A lot of support from you guys. I really do appreciate that. But I just want to clear the air on some things and kind of let you know, guys, know where I went and just put my thoughts out there because, like I said, I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea or get confusion. So, as the title says, yes, I went to Prime Inc. I am at the Campus Inn in Springfield, Missouri, and we start orientation tomorrow. So I'm an experienced driver. Really couldn't find any information on experienced driver orientation, so that's actually going to be kind of interesting for me. So some video content coming up for you where I've got the ability to let you guys know what that's like. I know orientation for me is 3 days. I'm an A seat is what they call it, which means I don't have to go out with a trainer. I've got to do a day and a half of orientation for flatbed, learn the Prime securement methods. TMC did things their way. Prime probably has their way of doing things and is driving for them, under contract for them. I got to do things their way. But by the end of the week, we should have our own truck. My company, my LLC, will have signed the lease on a new truck. And that's what we're going to talk about. That's what I want to explain. I want to get some thoughts out there to you guys. I'm going lease operator with Prime to start. And my channel it's not TMC versus Prime. It's not lease versus company. It's about my journey. It's about my desires, my goals, my dreams. Because unlike a lot of people, I'm not out here chasing a paycheck. I've said that in numerous videos. I'm not chasing dollar bills. I'm chasing hopes and dreams. And I see the comments. And by the way, if I call out your comment, I want you to understand that this is out of respect. I don't ever down a comment. The only comments I delete, like there was a guy, I don't remember his name, but something, I like watching TMC videos because you guys are brainwashed. Well, that's just dumb. That's not positive. That doesn't help anybody. I delete it. If you put an anti-comment on something in my video, I have thumbs down. I'm a grown man, but I'm a big boy pants this morning and I can handle it. You're entitled to your opinion. But you don't know me, and I don't know you. And so to get personal, which nobody has done, and I greatly appreciate that, and I'm going to keep my channel that way. My channel is about positivity. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. And I don't always go into all the details, and some of that can get kind of confusing, I guess. So why I'm going lease. I will highly, highly discourage most people from going lease, especially if you're new to transportation, logistics, trucking. If you have never run a business, the lease operator side is a lot of the business. A lot of, as was stated by one guy, the headaches. You got to deal with all the BS. It all falls on you. But I, at this point in my career, at this point in my life, I want those headaches. And I know that sounds so counterintuitive. Why would you want headaches? Yes, company driver is awesome. And I saw one guy, and I've seen these comments on other videos. It's like, I'm home every night and I make $80,000 a year. And that is awesome. You can get there in trucking. If that's your goal, and you're a truck driver and you want to truck drive for the next 20 years and you want to be home every night, you can make 6 figures being home. I was watching a video. Who was he talking about? It might have been FedEx. It's like those guys home now. They got to work the dock. They're home every night and they make 6 figures. And that is awesome. And you can build that life and you can build that truck style and you can send your kids to college and you can buy a house and you can do all of that if that's what you choose to do. But that ain't the life I'm building. I'm trying to say this without getting emotional. 23 years ago, the most beautiful woman that ever walked the face of the earth chose me. Why? I have no idea. And I watched that woman follow me around in the Marine Corps, follow me through my injury, follow me through my family's death, my dad's death, and we moved back to Dallas, Texas. And she got a job at $13 an hour as a temp working in a shack for a concrete company. And after the contract was up, because the woman was pregnant, she got hired on full time, working 60 hours a week, answering phones. And she was making $46,000 and we were high on the hog because she, in our experience of following me around as a military wife, had never made that much. She was young. Wow, we were actually young. It's so hard to believe because we feel so old. And she worked her way up, and after working hard for several years, she got promoted to outside sales with this same company. And now she's making like 60 grand. And she's like, I'm going to get my bachelor's degree. I've always wanted my degree. So I was working, life was good. She got her degree. And she went on, and she said, I'm not done. My story's not done there. I'm going to get my master's degree. And I said, great, go get your master's degree. And she worked her butt off, and she got promoted to the director of sales for a different construction company, making really good money. And she started coming home at night and going straight to bed. And she would call me crying because as a woman in construction, you call and you say to a man, is there anything else I can help you with? And they just start laughing because men are jerks, you see. And I have a 16-year-old daughter. And I don't know, y'all know my feelings on God, but I'll get real little spiritual on you here for a second. If you look at the story of creation, the last thing, the heaven, the moon, the sun, the light, the animals, the last thing created was the woman. Because in my opinion, God didn't bring her into the world till everything was ready for her. My daughter has 2.5 years of high school left. And then she's got 4 years of college. And when she walks across that stage and gets her college degree, I will have prepared everything for her. She will never be beholden to a man. She will never be beholden to a company. I won't let it happen. I'll die trying. You see, lease op, buying a truck, all this isn't about money. It's not about whose name's on the door. It's about changing the lives for my family. So that's why I'm here. I don't know why you're there. I don't know what your plans are. I don't know what your history is. I don't know what your motivations are. I only know mine. So I've decided to go lease up. And I'm going to learn how to do this business so that I can buy a truck. But I did not want to go put my personal or business credit on the line right now. I'm not smart enough. People who do leases fail. If you've never done, like I said, if you've never driven a truck, no business acumen, I would highly recommend that you don't lease. But I'm not you. And so I'm going to read something. You know what? I just thought about this. Whip my phone out. It's funny that this was posted just the other day as I was getting ready to leave by David Goggins. If you know who David Goggins is, he's a little language. I'll edit it for you because his language can be a bit much. But what he said basically was this. He said, in life, you must be willing to bet on yourself. There will be many people who cannot see what you see, and they're not even supposed to. We are walking separate journeys. It's impossible for someone to know when your journey starts and when your journey ends. And he goes on to talk about some other things, some chances that he took. But he says, was all saying, life gives you lemon, make lemonade. He says, forget that stuff. Eat the lemon. Only you know truly what you want to be in life and where you want to go. Don't allow anybody else to put your worth or path or tell you what you need to do. Because you see, if you follow everybody else's path, you'll make them happy. And they'll profit off of you because you're not living your path. You're living their path. So I'm just on this road, guys. I'm just on this journey. So I talked to a good buddy today, and I just said, I'm going to do some videos about Prime. I'm happy to be Prime. I'm excited for tomorrow. Tomorrow starts a new chapter in my life. And what that book reads, I don't know. I can only do what I'm led to believe that I'm supposed to be doing, and that's what I'm doing. So there you go. I've tried to explain myself the best I can. Thumbs down, haters. I don't worry about that. To the guys who say you shouldn't buy a truck, you should buy a truck, or you shouldn't lease a truck, they're absolutely right, guys. If that's not your goal, if it's not your plan to own a business, then you definitely want to stay away from leasing. Company is so much easier. Just imagine if I got that Peterbilt 579 with 286 miles as a lease operator and it broke down 100 miles. I've been paying for that. But that's a risk that I've put myself in a position to take. And it's a risk that I'll take every chance I can if it makes my wife and my kids' lives better. I have to give my wife a return on her investment. 23 years on my dumb ass, she got to get something back. And she's had a good life, don't get me wrong, but I want more for her than they'll ever know. I want more for my daughter. I want more for my sons. I have a son with ADHD. And I watch that kid struggle every day. But he's a good kid. He's a good guy. And I'm not going to let the world tell him his worth. I'll let him determine his worth. And I'll always have a spot for him. Or my youngest son, who's a comedian. I don't know how comedians work in trucking companies, but I'll find a way to fit him in. But there you have it, guys. Cat's out of the bag. I'm at the campus in Springfield, Missouri. Start prime orientation tomorrow. Can't wait. God bless. And let's get rolling.